Hello, everyone. It's been a while, haven't made a blog. Let's just say there's been a lot of things going on, and I gotta talk about a couple of issues or rectify a couple of things. Anyhow, what's been going on is for a game I've been working on. Game was released on Steam recently. This should be the work I should be showing on video right now, mostly because I am no longer gonna try to draw and talk at the same time. Not gonna happen. It's quite too difficult to concentrate, and well, you've seen the effects, so screw it, right? Even right now, I promise, I'm not drawing while I'm doing this. Just taking notes, possibly doing thumbnails. No, none of that. Anyhow, so yes, game was released on Desura before, and we've recently released on Steam. Out of nowhere, they told us that we should have badges, icons, wallpaper, and yada yada yada. So for at least a week and a half, we were kind of rushed into doing a couple of updates. We've done a couple of updates, changed certain maps and environments. We've also done a couple of bug fix. Trying to go too fast here. Bug fixing, and I was tasked with dealing with the rewards, the badge, the icons, the emoticon, and all that under 1 week. So there was a couple of asset reusing, cleanups, and new drawings done for that project, which took a while, and that completely took my entire week. So everything was shoved to the side. Any comic project, any commissions, everything was kind of shoved to the side. Even videos, I didn't really have time to do much. So that goes. The update is out, so you can check it out on Steam. And so far, I'll be on standby when it comes to this project if they need more of my help. Lots of great experience, and man, I wish I could do that full time, but it's getting a tad bit difficult. Yet, this is why I like indie games. Lots of opportunities to acquire more experience and learn more stuff. Like, there's a couple of tricks I've learned using Manga Studio, which, if I didn't, jump on this task, I wouldn't have learned. Also, reuse of assets. Anyhow, what did I want to clear up? Yes, talking about the previous Quick Talk event. When it came to online obsession, I faintly remember I only spoke about one case. And I completely forgot about the other two to three cases I wanted to add in there. So I'll try and do this quickly. When it came to online obsession, let me give you a brief resume. Mostly people that are obsessed over certain things, let's say from console to artist to certain games or game company, all right? And I forgot to mention that one story which I spoke on to my other vlog about this one guy on DeviantArt that was obsessed with Mega Man fans and Capcom. Okay, check this out. If you guys remember, I did a long time ago, maybe 2 years ago or 1 year ago, I did a parody comic of the Street Fighter Cross Tekken reaction. It was basically Seth Killian going into Ono's office and saying, "Oh, the fans are angry about the on-disc DLC. What are we gonna do?" And then Ono replies, "Oh, for you it may be the time that the fans are getting angry, blah blah blah, but for me it is Tuesday," and adding a troll face. Now, it was a lot of fun. Got a good reaction on Screw Attack, got a good reaction on Facebook, and then posted that on DeviantArt. On DeviantArt, reaction was okay, calm, stale. And then there was this one comment. Maybe I should be able to pick it back from DeviantArt, but this one comment just it was a generic type of a response. It really felt generic. What do I mean by that? It felt like the type of response you would copy and paste and change minor tweaks. If I can get you that response, I'm pretty sure you guys will understand what I mean. Let's see. I'm going through. I should have this thing on hand, but when it comes to vlogs, man, I just do it on the spot, which is not really the most optimal thing. Let's see. There we go. Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Ono's reply. He basically says, "To me, it's Tuesday." And then, where is he? I think I deleted that fucker. I think I did. Mostly because to a certain degree, man, I wish I could had this reply for you guys. It was just the most generic reply, which oh oh I think I got it. There we go. Okay, so basically, in quotation, making money is bad. Get it? It's funny because it's a true fact. If you disagree, you are not only wrong, but you deserve to burn at stake. Seriously, get a better sense of humor. Now, that from the start tipped me off. It's like, okay, what's up with this first quote unquote thing? And then out of nowhere, before replying, I started checking out the person's profile. And checking his activity, I saw that he was replying the same thing to other topics. Seriously, this person was going around Capcom topics and let's say Mega Man oriented topics and was constantly giving out these copy and paste replies. At that point, I didn't get too aggressive. I was trying to point out, okay, well, Capcom has been fucking over people on this DLC type of stuff, yada yada yada. And to a certain degree, this kept going back and forth until eventually I figured out this guy has a problem. Why? Just Googling his nickname has shown me that he's been going around and technically bitching out all Capcom fans or people that are talking about Capcoms or Mega Man because the state of Crapcom and Cashcom is a tad bit obvious to whoever has a brain. And this kind of tips me off that well, this person needs help. It's not being a person that wants to defend the company. Okay, that's all right. Anybody can wants to defend what they like or what they don't like. The problem is this specific person was going around the internet picking fights. He was actively looking for these topics. And this is where you kind of got to tell the person, you've got a problem here. If you're going to actively take your time to look for Capcom oriented topics and stand and fight for this company, because they could basically fight on their own if they want to, whatever. So eventually I just blocked and muted the guy and made sure that he would not go onto my other pages or whatever. I never wanted to have any interaction with such a person because I don't want to deal with obsessed fuckwits like that. I'll be quite dry about that. This person needs more help than I can give them, or anyone. You gotta get to a psychiatrist at this point if you're gonna actively look for people bashing on Mega Man or people bashing on Capcom, just to be more precise. It's like who gives a fuck? In the grand scheme of things, one, if you don't like parody comics, well, don't look at them. Two, Capcom could defend themselves with their actions. Any companies can. And if the company is too fuckwit to defend themselves or let's say, give back to their fans without screwing them over, then that's the company's fault. You don't need to take the sword and shield and go on this online crusade. Why? Because in real life, it's not gonna do shit. The company is still gonna fuck up if they're fucking up. So, okay, that was one case on DeviantArt. Jesus, just looking at this person's profile again, I can see he's going on to Mega Man topics again. So, obviously, this person hasn't seen a shrink within the past few years. Oh well, too bad, so sad. This guy's problem. Now, another case was on YouTube. Whoever's in my gaming circle kind of knows this specific person. I spoke a tad bit about it. There's another YouTuber, Ms. T, who has had many encounters with this person and, basically dropped the mic on this person. Yet, I recently kind of got to know this person, quote unquote. Let's say I go into one of my subscriptions videos. I'm talking about frame rate drops, blah blah blah, the boring type of stuff, because I can give much more of a damn about frame rate drops. And I see this one YouTuber again just jumping into the fray with an inflammatory comment about, oh, console peasants, you should stick on your weak consoles while I'm gonna do some more stuff with my PC. And at this point, okay, this name is kind of familiar. Let me check your Google profile. Once I check out the Google profile feed, I see that this guy is constantly going into, well, one, this guy is, let's say, consistently involved into flame wars. People are dissing him in videos, and he's just going back in there to try and keep up a fight. I don't know why. And then two, this guy is constantly going into console video to bitch out consoles while he's a PC gamer. So eventually I just came up and said, well, if you hate consoles so much, then why are you still checking these videos? You should be subscribed to only PC channels, right? And then the biggest waste of my time just came up where this guy was trying to get defended by one of his cronies. He was fighting the good fight. That's that's kind of sad. And eventually he got driven out of the comments section because eventually the owner of the channel was just like, "Okay, you're wasting people's time. Stop being a fuckwit. If you want to talk a bit more about your PC stuff, well, keep it on your channel. You have a channel." And it's kind of sad because in this gaming community you will see people like that, people with this kind of obsession against console to go into frame rate and blah blah blah. And it is such a waste of time, of both their time and your time, because you don't need to argue with these people. They have basically, they're either trolls with a clear purpose to troll console gamers that they don't like, or whatever consoles, or whatever industry, all right? Or they have a mental issue which brings them back to doing this consistently. It's like a chronic, a chronic commenter. It's or a chronic flame war starter, a chronic fire starter. That should be a term at this point. A chronic fire starter for flame wars. So yeah, it was a big waste of time. And frankly, after a certain point, I just fucking banned the person off my channel. Even though he never came to my channel, I didn't want to deal with this, and I didn't want my subscribers to deal with a fuckwit like that. Mostly because this guy is obsessed, and I don't care if you like a specific console or so. That's good. That's your thing, all right? But to go around and start bashing everything else and not sticking to the thing that you like, then there's a problem. There is a big problem in your head and priorities. Because in the end, you're the one looking like a fucktard, and you're wasting your time going around spreading hate and starting inflammatory comments. Even if you're trying to play full heel for your YouTube channel, because there are YouTube channels using these strategies, doing flame wars and such to get the views. Okay, well, they're still going to remain fuckwits, and most of that will only get you, let's say, it's kind of like a viral video, it's a one time spark. But again, in the end, it's still a waste of time. I like PlayStation. You don't see me going around Xbox videos and PC videos saying, "Oh, ha, ha, PC sucks or Xbox sucks, and PlayStation 4 win." No, I kind of play PC as well. I don't play Xbox, and I'm planning to get a Wii U. But in the end, I'm still not wasting my time going around Xbox video or subscribing to Xbox channels and dissing them. Why? Because that's a waste of fucking time. I like my PlayStation 4, I'll stick to PlayStation 4. I like PC, I'll stick to PC games. The same goes for companies. I don't like Capcom. I'll maybe make a joke or two about them, but I'm not gonna spend my entire let's say, my entire afternoon making Capcom oriented scripts and comics. I might try to help them out with some game design run back coming soon. Yet, I'm not going to waste my time dissing them on a daily basis and looking or actively looking for topics that are protecting and defending Mega Man in order to diss them. No, waste of time. I got more shit to do. If Capcom wants to go under, well, let them go under. Fuck them. So, okay, those were two extra stories about obsessions on the online obsession. Obsession on the internet. Either way you want to say it. So, you might, it's easy to kind of spot these kind of people preemptively by just looking at their previous activity feed and seeing, okay, is this person for real, or is this person just trying to troll, or is this person just obsessed over this topic? If the person's obsessed and hasn't seemed to show a sign of logic, fucking mute him. You don't need to waste time. It may sound douchey, but frankly, you don't need to waste that time arguing with people. It'll be like arguing with a brick wall. Waste of time. Anyhow, that's let's end this parentheses on these extra notes. Now, what's coming up? Of course, there's a couple of more quick title checks. Some really interesting titles coming up too. And finally, I kind of gave in and I dropped that. I wouldn't really call it good animation or intro animation. I still find it kind of shitty, but I decided to just drop it in and release the next game design run back because I've held it for a long time. A lot of things kept me from just continuing this animation. And eventually, okay, I want to be done with this one to move on to the next one. So there's going to be a game design run back video this week, maybe even Monday or Wednesday, one of the two. But it's going to be dropped this week. Possibly another Capcom topic, but this is the last one because I'm awfully done with trying to, help out on the design or trying to figure out more ideas to help out certain designs. And at the same time, I gotta admit, this one specific game was quite fun to analyze and see how it could have been made better. Especially seeing that I played other titles similar, quite similar, but in the past before that before that title. Anyway, you'll see the video, you'll see what I mean. But it's been a lot of fun. Um, Unfortunately, that's going to be the last video which is going to have like traditional drawings. My scanner's dead. I think I told you before, so this kind of blows because right now I got to prepare for an upcoming convention and I got to save money for a potential convention that's coming up afterward, which is Comic Con Montreal. That's if I have enough cash and I can try to get a spot last minute. Because that convention is quite expensive. No joke, but it would be a good opportunity. So I'll see what I can pull off. I first need to get new material or make new material for the upcoming convention, Otakuton. So that's coming up really soon. I'm trying to get as much as I can done, even though the Steam thing kind of took a lot of my time. So it's kind of hindering a bit my process because I do love to draw traditionally much. How can I say that? I draw much faster traditionally, and I do prefer the feeling because I've had this much time, or I had a lot of time and experience with it. Yet when it comes to digital sketching and digital drawing, I am a complete noob. I can do inking to a certain degree, even though inking's not my best thing. I can do coloring, yet starting out work directly digitally is a tad bit difficult. I am using a technique where I take a picture of a thumbnail I do on my miniature sketchbook, blow it up in my graphic tablet, or blow it up on my program, which is on my tablet, and then try to do a rough sketch based on it. Yet the size and the sweeps are a bit more difficult for me now. So I'll see what I can pull off if I find that taking a picture of an already made sketch can lead up to some interesting digital inking, then maybe I might try that. Anyway, it's all about experimenting, and thankfully with this version of Manga Studio, because oh boy, that thank God I jumped on it on special. I might need to make a video to praise Manga Studio because I love this application. It is great, and it's really gonna help for upcoming comic process. Also, on that note, stop asking about Extra Stage Disc 4. It is permanently on hold. This is an official message, alright? There is going to be continuing upload of Extra Stage Disc 3. Sorry for that. I've been really late. Lots of things are blowing my way. Along with the fact that I don't have money to have a site using Comic Press. So I'll see what I can do, alright? But it's going to be on the blogspot, extrastagecomic.blogspot.com. And even though these drawings are like 2 to 3 year old, let's just dump the comic in there, all right? And it's going to be on DeviantArt at one point, eventually. I got to finish it up. But yes, enough questions about Extra Stage Disc 4. You may have seen some paparazzi leaks on Instagram, but they are fake. Don't believe it. Like and subscribe. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit nuts for Otakuton. I want to prepare a couple of Game of Thrones things. I want to prepare a couple of extra stage things, which is relevant to the previous comics. All right, no hopes. All right, not raising your hopes up. And I kind of want to prepare a couple of Walking Dead games or Walking Dead game type of artwork because man, I had a lot of fun playing that game. Recorded it for the Angry Manatee. I am really late on completing the latest chapter for that channel, but we're having a lot of fun over there playing Wonderful 101 and building up Carl to be action for this crazy action game person, even though he's gonna need a lot more training. Carl's doing all right then. So that's about it, man. The upcoming weeks are all going to be to build up Otakuton stuff. I've already dropped a couple of drawing and pre-drawings on Instagram. I need to color these. So this is where the that little technique of okay, you have a high resolution picture of that sketch that you did. Let's see if I can ink it. That's where that technique is going to come in and possibly prove if it's good for this current occasion or if it's complete garbage and I should try to find a scanner ASAP. So I don't know what else to say, man. As you know, playthroughs are done. No more playthroughs. There's going to be a bit more, well, there's going to be way more quick title checks and game design runbacks. There is another extra project I kind of want to work on, but things are a tad bit difficult. The Killer Instinct parody is again on hold, mostly because time, just time. Everything's dashing in and out, and this is going to be about time management and possibly finding a job that allows either more time or keeps me into the drawing juice so that I can constantly draw, improve, learn new stuff, and then go back home and draw some more with the same drive. Because, hey, current job right now, it's not cutting it. And unlike a lot of people may think, it is much harder to get a job, a drawing job. It is quite hard to get a drawing job. But we'll see what happens, right? Maybe I don't even need to get a drawing job directly. Maybe I can draw for people. Commission offers? I'll see. Possibly after Otakutan. Already, I think yeah, I did. No, I still got 2 or 3 left. Actually, precisely 2. Yeah, 2 commissions left to complete. And that's it. It's going to be clean slate. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, Otakutan's not going to be Hopefully Otakuton's not going to be a crushing weight. Yet, if it is, could be good. At the same time, okay, another topic I would like to drop in before I end this vlog is upping the price of commissions. Now, I personally never really liked charging high, but I'm coming to a point where I realize that if I always charge this low, then I'll never be able to live off my work. And at this point, I'll constantly be stuck in this vortex of doing this other job I don't like and then possibly doing artwork on the side, but never really having the time to continue it. So, prices are going to have to be raised. It sucks. It really does. But if I want to live off this, if I want to constantly improve while doing what I like, then I kind of have to have a sustainable salary in a sense, quote unquote. Which you've got to do it. I kind of understand when all the artists on CG Talk were having a big discussion about commission and pricing. It is definitely a thing to consider. Your hourly rate, how much material are you using when you're drawing certain things, because certain people are still doing traditional work and using very expensive material, the shipping cost, having making yourself some kind of a revenue stream, because you can't solely live off commission all the time. Certain people will do it, but it can be done for everyone. So a lot of things to consider, and first things first, I gotta raise those prices because I'll be doing this for pennies afterwards. Second thing is mostly advertisement, and third thing is trying to get this one drawing job so that I can get or jump into a vortex of constantly drawing to improve. And not only doing this on, let's say, spare time, off time, and yada yada yada, because heading for a burnout here. Going from a job that I don't really like anymore, then going home and pushing myself to draw constantly, not really sleeping much, going back to that job that I don't like, it's a stress thing. And luckily, realizing it ahead of time, I'm trying to find methods to change that. Because, hey, don't want any of that depression here. Depression can be quite dangerous. No joke. Tad bit too soon to talk about a specific event that happened, but let's just say I know a certain person that had depression issue, but it wasn't noticed before until it was way too late. And this sucks because me and plenty of other people are gonna miss this person. The channel is going to miss this person. Channel awesome. That guy with the glasses.com. You know, you know who I'm talking about. And it's a realization that depression is an issue. So if you're spotting certain, let's say, downhill slopes, then you might as well take some ganders and see if you can change that before it gets too late. We're gonna miss this person, but we're gonna remember. So, all this to say, at this point, take some steps towards getting a full time drawing job and getting out of this constant stress and lack of sleep. And step one is raising the prices. Not to an exorbitant amount, of course, and I'll definitely add the effort to it. But if I manage to sustain myself by doing these and along with a revenue stream, then things are going to get much better for me and for the commissioner, because I'll have way more time and they'll receive their work much quicker than the current state. Here it can take up to 3 weeks, 4 weeks, possibly a month, depending on the type of work. Yet, of course, balancing time between getting that job done, preparing for convention, and then doing the commission. So, anyhow, maybe I should have a vlog on commission and such later on. Yet, right now, I'm back to work. So, that's it for all the updates, the little annotations and such. Thanks again for the new subscribers or people supporting this channel. Thumbs up. Oh, also a new partner. So now I guess I can say, please like and subscribe if you like this video, and also share it with your friends. Oh my! Actually, I need to get a new mic. This mic is not really not healthy for alternate voice and such. Anyhow, thanks again, guys. See you soon. Get ready for some game design run back. It's time to get this run back on the go. Hi. If you like the content and you were kind of entertained, like and subscribe. Or I shall have to bring you into another Street Fighter tournament and make you fight everyone. And if you lose, well, everyone wins. What kind of logic is that? I don't know. Ask someone else. It's just like Mortal Kombat. I mean, seriously, you even have to fight yourself. Doesn't make sense. But it doesn't need to make sense. Just click, like, and subscribe. Why? Doesn't even make sense as well. Oh, actually, uh, just do it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't make sense, but it's still cool. For Shadowloo.